Mondays where I help you stay accountable to reach your goals for the next week. Happy Monday. How are you doing? I'm so excited to be here. Once we get people on live, we're going to have people come up on stage with me, and we're going to talk about some goals, to what goals you're going to reach, hold yourself accountable, and get you ready for the week ahead. Let's go. How's everybody doing out there? I see a ton of people coming on. Who do we got out there? Derek, what's going on, my man? Patricia, hello. Antonio, how are you doing? This is Goal Setting Monday with the Loan Signing System. Remember, goals without specific action plans is just a dream. So let's make sure you have your goal set for the following week. Start commenting below. Start hitting that like button. Get everyone else on. Hold yourself accountable. If there's anybody who wants to join me right now on camera so we can talk about some of your goals for the next week, how we can hold yourself accountable, how maybe I can help you decide what goals you should join. So make sure you hit that join camera button down below. Jump on live with me. And we're going to talk about Goal Setting Monday. How's everybody doing? What's going on? I see some people just got the email. My commission is on the way. That's what I am saying. Somebody join me on stage right now. Hit that little add camera button down below. And let's get on. Someone's on the way to 2 signings. That's what I am saying. Oh my gosh, are you reading this? So this is specifically Goal Setting Monday. So I want you to comment below with goals that you have for your business this coming week. So write in the comments right now goals that you have for your week. Because remember, just an idea is just an idea. It is a dream. You need to go direct. So Frida, this week I'm going to direct. That is what I'm saying after 16 signing. Let's go. Frida, get on the camera with me. It's Hold Yourself Accountable. Kayla Bieber's in the house. Somebody join on camera so we can talk about goals for the setting week that you have. What's up, Kayla? Get on camera with me. Hold yourself accountable. Some goals. Dimitri, a lot of you guys are writing what your goal is, but let's talk about specifically how to reach your goals. All right, we got someone coming on stage here. I love it. Who is this? All right, I'm excited. Somebody about to get on stage with me right now. We're excited. I'm so excited about these Goal Setting Mondays. An opportunity for you to talk your goals out loud, to hold yourself accountable in front of all these other amazing signing agents. I just had someone about to jump on stage. Somebody jump on stage with me and just hold yourself accountable to some of your goals. Remember, just because you have an idea doesn't mean that it's going to be put into action. You got to hold yourself accountable. Does anybody want to jump on stage with me right now and talk about some of your goals for the following week so I can help you build your goals? All right, look what we have on stage here. Let's go live with Kayla Bieber, the one and only. I'm waiting for Kayla to join. I'm excited. If you guys don't know the journey of Kayla Bieber, it's absolutely phenomenal. 4 short months ago, she was a signing agent. Now, the one and only Kayla. What is up, girl?
Hey, Mark.
Awesome. Okay, Kayla, let's kick off this Goal Setting Monday together. So let's talk about some goals you have. And then not only the goals you have, I want to talk about specific action items to reach those goals. So let's talk about a goal for this week, not next month. This week, shoot.
Okay, so I am picking up another direct office. I have to put in, I have a lot of information I have to gather for them, including getting together a privacy policy and how I protect private information and all of that, which I've never had to do before. So my goal is to get all of that submitted this week, along with making $3,000 this week as well.
Okay, what's your first goal? So the first goal of your privacy policies, that's exciting, by the way. What tells me is there might be a signing service coming in your near future. So goal number 1 would be I would jump into the Loan Signing System signing service group. Jennifer Glover, who we all know is a friend of LSS, has a $5 million year business. She will be more than happy to give you her privacy policy. I know we have some other hitters like Robin and Laura. So don't be afraid to reach out in that group this week, maybe even today. Hold yourself accountable. Like, hey, guys, I'm putting together my privacy policy. I would tag a few people. Don't just write a post. I would tag Robin. I would tag Jennifer. I would tag Laura. And then we have Mark Stillwell. We have Jakeisha Vaughn. We have a bunch of people having signing services. So I would go above and beyond just making a post. I would specifically tag people. Like, could you share yours with me? But I would do that this afternoon. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. You can kind of cut and paste these other people's and kind of make it your own. There's not one template that works for everybody. But Jennifer has an amazing one. So I would hit up Jennifer specifically inside the group and ask her for hers. So your $3,000 week. Everybody, I hope you're excited or inspired that her legitimate goal is to hit $3,000 this week. So let's talk about it, right? It's a great number. What are some action plans that I can help you, or what you can help yourself more specifically on holding yourself accountable to get to this 3,000? So it's a good number. How are we going to get there?
I have yet to send out my Monday email, so I have to do that. Because right now I only have one scheduled for this week, but they always are last minute on Mondays in the afternoon. So I have to reach out to every single escrow officer individually, ask them how their weekend was, you know, like we talked about in the next level stuff. So I have yet to do that. It is 12:30. I have an appointment with a realtor and a loan officer at 12:30.
Love it.
For lunch. So just following up and building relationships outside of escrow as well.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple of those goals. First off, those are loan signing system nuggets. If you're not a loan signing system student, but you do, some of you guys know what the Monday morning emails are. So without going too deep into that, make sure you send it out. But here's what I would say, Kayla. You know, I think as you're scaling your business, organization is going to be really key. So instead of just saying, "Oh, on Monday I'm going to send them out," you need to be a little bit more deliberate with your time. So I would start doing maybe Sunday evenings. You get your Monday morning emails done, and then maybe when you first wake up on Monday morning, it's already preset and out. Because as you're noticing, half your day's gone already. Right?
Yeah.
And so you got to lunch with somebody. Then here's the next problem: is you're probably going to get a signing after your 12:30 appointment, right? And then you're not going to have time until 6 o'clock tonight. And so now your Monday morning email turns into a Tuesday morning email. And remember, consistency builds businesses. So what I would do is I would take a step back and try to get a little more consistent in some of your policies, meaning that maybe Sundays when you write your email, right? It's just, look, I'm going to every Sunday from 8 to 9 p.m. I'm going to sit down, write the email so I can hit send before I run out of the house on Monday, because as you see, half your day is gone. So what I would say is maybe moving forward, be a little more deliberate with your Monday morning emails, and maybe start doing them Sunday if you don't have time on Monday morning. Because another solution would be wake up 8:30, whatever time, and then bang out your Monday morning email from 8:30 to 9 a.m. But you might have docs you need to return, you know, 8:30. So I would say, as your coach, is like maybe turn that to a Sunday night evening activity, and then have it just ready to go on Monday morning, so you're not battling what you're battling here. Because like you said, you could have sent it out at 8:30 a.m. and you could have had 4 signings this evening because you sent that out. But now you're kind of like, oh my gosh, where are my signings coming from? When that could have been solved by just kind of taking a Sunday evening off a little bit. But girl, as you start scaling this business, you're going to learn little nuances where, you know, because as you get busier, dude, your days are just going to get busier. And so sometimes some of your marketing stuff needs to be done in the evenings before the next day. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
hopefully that helps you out a little bit, Kayla.
That's great. That's a great nugget.
Girl,
Thank you.
go get your $3,000 and expecting a post in the Facebook group for the signing service to get that privacy policy. But hit up Jennifer Glover 100%, like a million %. Cool.
Yes,
all right, girl, go get them. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye. All right, who's up next? Somebody else get on here and let's do another Monday morning goal setting with you. Somebody else get up on here. That was awesome, by the way. Kayla Beaver in the house out in Arizona. Her goal was $3,000. But again, right, she had a goal of $3,000 and she's like, well, how can I kind of get there? And it's really talking through some of the action items that's going to help you get to where you want to go. So I'm glad I did that with Kayla. Anybody else want to jump on here and talk about some of their goals? Because remember, goals without a plan is just a dream. Let me say that again. Goals without a plan is just a dream. You need goals and actionable goals. Start writing down your goals below. If you're a little bit too shy to get on camera, that's okay. But what I want these goal setting Mondays to be about is you speaking out loud your goals, speaking out your intentions, speaking out what your plans for the week are. Because I see too many signing agents who are like, oh man, I want to do this, but they have no idea how they're going to do this. So I don't want you just speaking it into the universe. I want you to talk about how you're going to set actionable plans into getting in that process. So who is this? I just also the love bully. My goal is to get started. Again, a great goal. How are you going to reach that goal? That's what I want to talk about right now, okay? So somebody get on here who's not too shy to get on here and have me help you break down your big dream or your big goal into actionable items. Do we have anybody? Looks like I have somebody trying to get in right now. All right, let's see here. Alyssa, Let's see if we can get Alyssa on live with me right now. I'm excited. These are amazing. Every single Monday, I'm going to go on Goal Setting Mondays. Goals without a plan. Oh, what up,
Hi,
girl?
Mark. Hi.
All right. Is this a follow-up? Talk to me.
Okay. Yes, this is a follow-up. So last week you told me my goal was to go direct and go to an open house.
Yeah.
So I ended up not doing the open house because I had to work. I worked 2 jobs.
Okay.
And by the time I got off from those jobs, the day that there was an open house, the open house was over.
Okay.
But I went to a attorney's office because I am in an attorney state.
Yeah.
And I went to 2 realtor offices as well.
Love it. I love it. Let's go. I want to give you a round of applause. That's the purpose of Goal Setting Mondays, is help you stay accountable. I love it. Look, here's what I will say too. Well, first off, how those meetings go. Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay. So, one for the attorney's office. They said they have attorneys, notaries on site. So
okay. Well, let's pause right there. Let's talk about that. Okay. So that's probably a true statement, but your goal at that point is, there's 2 things I want to coach you on right now, because I want this actually to be your goal for this week. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Is, first and foremost, I always tell you students that you can't ask somebody out on the first date and ask them to marry you in the same sentence, right? Too many times new signing agents go out and market direct and they get discouraged, like, well, how come they didn't want to use me right out of the gate? Well, it doesn't really work like that all the time, right?
Right.
So like I teach you guys, fortune is in the follow-up. So what I want you to set a goal for this week is actually doing the follow-up. Okay. Right? Sometimes when someone meets you for the first time, it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm going to give you the easy way out because I'm a little bit too busy. Let me just tell you have people in-house, which may or may not be true. I'm not discounting that fact. Right. But 9 out of 10 times what I've learned in my 18 years and by all the students in the group is the majority, the first time they give you a pushback is just because they need to see you again, right? Right. I don't know if you're a single lady, but I remember back in my single days is that sometimes, I would go up to a girl like, hey, what's going on? And she would just blow me off. I'm like, okay, I got to try that again, right? And so sometimes my point is it's just kind of a soft blow off, and it's your job to be a little bit more forthright and come in this week. So some of those people, what I want your goals are this week to be is to go back into one of those 3 people you've met. Okay. Start small with your goals. If you can do 2 or 3 of them, do 2 or 3 of them. Right. But I want you to intentionally follow up with them and be like, hey, I came in last week. I just want you to remember that this is why I think you should use me in case any of your signing agents are too busy. If some of your in-house notaries can't make the evening or daytime appointments, I want to be available for you. Right. Sometimes just that follow-up is what you need. So I want this week's goal to be a follow-up to the people who have yet reached back out. Because look, full disclosure here, you might need to do that 2 or 3 times. Like that's just real business, right? What you learn is a blow off sometimes is simply, I need more information. I'd like to see you again. And
I actually got the paralegal's email so that I can send her my information, because like you said, I was like, if your in-house notaries ever go on vacation or anything, I'm here. Right. So I definitely will follow up. But for the other 2 places, they were a no-show. Like they didn't answer, they weren't picking up, and they weren't they weren't there. One's gone, and I was just like, wow. But I did try to, do it.
Yeah, I mean, look, all I heard was just kind of a normal business building process. So I would go back in there, follow up with other people. Like if doors are closed, obviously as COVID's getting easier without the communities, doors will start opening. But what I don't want you to do is make, oh, door was closed, I'm going to check them off my list, I'm not going back, right? That's too much of a pitfall I see signing agents make. So I would go back into them, the paralegal 100% follow up. Don't just follow up via email. It should be maybe a face-to-face once this week again, because your job is like, hey, remember me? I'm amazing, because you never know when their notary does go on vacation. You never know if and when the notary is stuck in traffic. You never know if a notary's kid just got hurt at school and has to cancel last second. So make sure that you're following up. Go back at them. Go get them. And I want you to follow me next weekend, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, girl. Go get them. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.
See you next Monday. Bye.
Awesome. Okay, so who else wants to jump on here with me? This is Goal Setting Mondays. If this is your first time here, I bring you up on stage to help you set some goals and actionable plans, because remember, a goal without an actionable plan is just a dream. A lot of you guys have great goals. You want to reach a certain level, but you aren't having specific steps to reach that goal. So today, I want to help you reach those goals with specific actionable plans. Jump on. Maybe I can help give some advice to your signing agent business like I just did. But I'm so excited about this. This is Goal Setting Monday with the loan signing system. Who wants to jump on here? It looks like I have somebody on here who wants to jump on. So let's go right now and see who wants to jump on and hold themselves accountable to some amazing goals. It is Monday. Go get the week ahead. Oh, my man, how are you?
Mark?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going good, man. Talk to me. So glad to be talking to you. Oh.
So last week
All right, well, let's talk about some goals. What are goals this weekend, man? Let's talk to me.
My goal is to actually get my first signing. I'm going direct from the beginning, and I visited about probably about 10 different title offices, and I'm trying to get my foot in the door. Some people said they might be using me this week. So how do I follow up and continue to get them to?
There's two things. This is Goal Setting Monday, right? So the first thing I want to make sure is we have goals set. I'm going to help you with that, but I want to make sure you're goal setting, right? Like I just told Alyssa, which I think is her name. I think Alyssa Music is it. So anyways, I just talked to her, and I want to give you the same coaching. Is you can't ask someone out and ask you to marry him in the same sentence. That's not a realistic thing. So the first thing is don't get discouraged. Like honestly, I mean, not everyone's going to use you the first time. Sometimes you need to build rapport. You need to build credibility. So the first thing I want to let you know, and everybody listening, is you can't be discouraged. Too many signing agents are like, well, how come they're not using me right out of the gate? We're like, well, dude, how long did it take you to pick the car that you're driving right now, right? You had to go to the car lot, check it out a couple different times. But too many signing agents get discouraged because they're like, well, I walked in, they didn't say yes. Well, it's like, you didn't say yes the first time you wanted to buy my course. You know what I mean? Like sometimes things take time. Does that make sense? So the first thing is don't get discouraged. That's my first coaching, okay? Second thing, like I told Alyssa, is fortune's the follow-up. So you need to set a goal to follow up with everybody you went to last week. Remember, every single time you walk in, it's an opportunity for them like, oh my gosh, my notary just called from the signing. They have a flat tire. We could use you right now, right? So you just said, how do I get my foot in the front door? And it's by staying top of mind. That's how you do it. Don't be naive that the moment you walk in is the moment they magically needed you. That's not really building a business, right? Your job is to consistently go in and set goals on I'm going to hit. I went up to 8 people last week. I'm going to follow with all 8, right? I want you to break that down into smaller goals. Maybe it is 2 people a day you follow up with, right? What happens is you're like, oh, I'm going to follow with all 8 people today. You end up not having time. You end up following with 3 out of 8, and then you start feeling discouraged like you didn't have time, and all we did was set too big of goals. So I want you to set up 2 a day, okay? Over the next 4 days to follow with each of those people. What do you say? The exact same thing you said the first time. That is it. Like we don't need to overthink the follow-up. Does that make sense? You use the script. You say the script and just repeat it. Sometimes people need to rehear the same thing to make sure they're really digesting everything you just told them, right? You cannot assume what they told you, when they remember what you told them a week ago. Does that make sense?
Right.
I'm going to end with this on some coaching too, is remember when you're walking into a title company or a realtor's office or a lender's office, you're asking them to stop what they're doing to listen to you pitch them. So you're asking them to stop putting food on their family's plate so you can try to put food on your family's plate.
Right.
So be appreciative of that moment, my point is. Make sure you're explaining, like, look, thank you so much for taking 5 minutes out of your busy day to hear me. I'm a local signing agent. If you're a local signing agent. So my point is make sure you enter the conversation with gratitude. Too many times signing agents walk into a title office. Hey, I'm a signing agent. Want to use me? Blah, 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 blah. And you're missing the point that this professional is stopping what they're doing to hear you pitch your business. And that moment's lost. Does that make sense? So make sure you don't lose that moment. You know what I mean? Even when you're pitching them for the first time, it's like, look, I know you're busy. I know that like I just stopped you from doing what you get paid to do. So thank you so much. I just want to communicate that first and foremost. Thank you for this, right? Too many times signing agents come in and then you get signing agents walk out all huffy and puffy like they didn't get it. And it's like, maybe you didn't get the appointment because you didn't take in the moment of just saying thank you for the moment. We get so wrapped up in like, I want business that we almost become a little selfish in the moment instead of realizing like, dude, thank you for taking 5 minutes from your day so you can hear me build my business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So on the follow-ups, make sure you kind of lead with that, to my point. I think too many signing agents lead with the script, lead with I want business versus humanizing the process. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
So in the follow-ups, man, humanize it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, first and foremost, thank you so much for just taking the time to listen to me. Came in last week, in case your signing agent's busy, in case they were stuck in traffic, kind of go through the rest of the script and then go. And then here's the crazy part, man. You might need to do the same thing next week.
Right.
You know, and so don't get discouraged. Following up is the part of business. Every business in America does it. So don't be discouraged if they're not hitting you up after the second time. Like I said, how many weeks did it take you before you bought my course, right? How many weeks did it take you before you bought the car you're sitting in? I promise you didn't go to the car lot and like, I want that car, let's drive it.
Right.
Right? But yet some
right.
signing agents get frustrated that someone doesn't buy our car immediately. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't happen, period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So stay the course, brother. Stay the course. Believe in yourself. Keep talking about, you know, the value you bring, which is the script, and always lead with appreciation. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
All right, man. I'm following with you next week. Remember, 2 of the 8 every single day. Follow me next Monday. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, man. Go get them. Let's go.
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. All right. Who's up next? Somebody else jump on. Let's talk about goals. This is simply Goal Setting Monday, where I help you speak your goals out loud. Then I help you take your big goals and turn them into small goals that are actionable, digestible, so you don't get discouraged that you're not hitting a goal. Usually we get discouraged for not hitting a goal is because we set our goal so freaking big that it's almost impossible to hit. So we got someone else coming on stage right now. Let's see. I'm excited for this Goal Setting Monday. This is number 2. There's 100 people on here right now. Andrew Castillo, I appreciate you. Hi, how are you? What's up?
I cannot even believe this right now. So I'm going to practice what you just preached. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time to give us this valuable information. And I'm about to cry.
Oh my gosh, no, because I'm going to start crying too, girl. But thank you. You're welcome. And thank you so much for taking in the coaching, because that's really the key. But girl, you're going to make me cry too. Stop.
No, I won't take so much of your time, Mark. Oh my God. I think I wrote you 3 days ago about, I'm in Florida. I think I wrote you about 10 p.m. and I said, I'm so sorry that I'm writing you right now. How I came across you, I was mailing some stuff and I looked at the sign, the gentleman who was mailing out my forms, he's a notary. And I said, wow, you know, when I used to work for a doctor's office in New York, the doctor wanted me to become a notary about 10 years ago, but I never followed through because I moved out here. It's a long story. I'm thankful for this opportunity. I purchased your program and I wrote you and I said, my goal today at 7 p.m. is to sign up for the system. And I did. I'm ready to start. I had just been commissioned last week. I just got my stamp and I know nothing, absolutely nothing. So I'm like a fresh canvas. I'm like new at everything. I want to go far in here. I hear all the stories. I listen to your episodes on YouTube and I'm sitting here bawling out, crying. I'm like, oh my God, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And for me to be speaking to you right now, it's a blessing in the sky. It is a blessing. And I know that better things are coming my way.
Well, let me start with this. You know, the blessing's mine. You know, when you believe in me enough to help you with your business, I don't take that lightly. I don't take that for granted. You know, I am honored to be on this journey with you. So thank you. My wife thanks you, my baby boy. Every one of you students impact my entire family. So my entire family's the thing. You're gonna start making me cry. My entire family thanks you. But just know that, like, honestly, I'm excited for you. To be an entrepreneur is one of the hardest things in the world. You know why? Because you have to have enough belief in yourself that you can build something from nothing. So the amount of courage you have to buy my course, to become a signing agent, is immense. So don't discount how amazing you are, because there are so many people on the watching this right now who are still hesitant because they're not quite there yet, believing in themselves. So don't discount. That's my point. Don't discount your greatness. Don't discount your bravery. Don't discount your courage, because girl, you inspire me, because it's so hard to build something from nothing, but you are up for the challenge. And so literally that inspires me. All you students do, because it's so hard to be here. So don't discount that. My point is, like, keep your head high, put your shoulders back. I'm amazing, because so many people don't have the bravery you do. So don't lose that sight. You're so welcome.
No, I just want to tell you a funny story. So quickly, my son and I, he's my son. On another day, I will tell you that story. But he is the one that gives me the strength to every day just, you know, go for your goals, Ma, and reach for the stars. And so we were at a gas station just 3 days ago, and I was excited because I purchased your course, right? But lo and behold, another car pulls up, 2 cars next to me, and it's a realtor. Now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something. So I walk over to him as he's getting out of the car. He's on the phone, like, I'm so sorry to bother you, but you're a realtor, right? He says, yes. I was like, okay, look, I just signed up for a course for loan signer. I just got commissioned as a notary. So do you have a card? Because I would like to reach out to you once I'm done with this whole process. He goes, of course. And I got his card. And my son was like,
so excited for you.
My son was like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm like, I got to start somewhere. I can't wait. I haven't even started the course. I haven't finished the course. I just got commissioned 2 days ago, and I'm already asking for business.
Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. The only thing I can't teach is effort. The fact that you're putting effort this soon tells me all that I need to know, that you're going to crush this business. The fact that I hope people are inspired by this right now, listening to us. Like, the energy and the emphasis on your business is insane. And there is so much inspiration just in that story. Thank you so much for sharing it. Like, I've been coaching everybody else, fortunes in the follow-up. Make sure you follow up with them, kind of create that relationship. But girl, I hope people are inspired, because literally this is what it takes to build a business. Is you're at a gas station, you see a realtor. People don't know you're open for business unless you tell them. You could have let that moment pass you by, but you didn't. And so I want you to take so much credit for that moment. So many signing agents would just let that go by. You didn't. Opportunity knocks, but we have to open the door. You saw the opportunity right there at the gas station, and you took it. So I am so proud of you. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to end with this, okay? So the course, full transparency. There's a lot of information, okay? Like, this is a real business. If you've never seen a home equity line of credit, you got to study. You've never seen a reverse mortgage, you got to study. So here's my best piece of advice as far as setting goals, okay? Try to set aside maybe 2 hours every day to get into the course. A big mistake new students make is they try to devour the entire course in one setting. And then what happens is, have you ever read a book and you're like, you finish the book and you're like, what was in chapter 1? Right? Yeah. And so, so what I want you to do with my course is just try to knock out 2 hours a day. Look, it might take you a week or 2 weeks to get through the whole thing, but I'd rather you remember and retain everything at the end than going through it in 3 days and be like, okay, Mark, I remember 10% of it. You know what I mean? So the goal I want you to set for this week is 2 hours a day, hour and a half, whatever fits in your schedule. I know you're a mom, but so whatever fits in your schedule, just make sure you're dividing your day up into an hour next day, the hour, whatever works with you. Just don't try to slam the entire course in 2 or 3 days because you won't remember everything. So I want your goal for this week to be, 1 or 2 hours every day. And, you got to wake up a little bit early, go to bed a little bit late, make sure you hold yourself accountable to that. I will see you in the Facebook group and maybe here next Monday on the next Monday goal setting. All right. Be blessed and go get them. Let's go.
Thank you. Wow. Love you.
All right. Love you. I'll talk to you soon. All right.
How do I get out of here? I don't even know how to get out.
Come back and you go to the same video box and then you'll exit out.
Okay. How do you do that? How do you do that? Oh my God. How do you get out? How do you get out? Show me.
Is that your son?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Your mom looks amazing. Your mom looks amazing, but he already knew that. Thank you. You're welcome.
How do you get out?
All right, so who's next? I think we're waiting for Jalea. All right, I think we're waiting for Jalea. Did I say that right? All right, goal setting Monday. What's going on, everybody? If you're just joining the Facebook Live, comment below with some goals you have for this coming week, because I want to help you hold accountable. I want to help you maybe break this big goal down to small goals, because remember, goals without an actionable plan is just a dream. Great, you have a goal, perfect, but now how are we going to achieve that goal? That's what I want to talk about today. Maybe you're a little bit too shy to get on here. No worries. Who else wants to jump on? Okay, so I think we have Jalea. Let someone else jump on right now. If you want to jump on live, help me hold you. I will help you hold yourself accountable to the goals that you might set out for this week. But again, look, maybe you're a little too shy. Comment below with some goals. Come back next Monday and ask yourself, did I hold myself accountable to the goals? Because a bunch of small goals stacked together equals a win. So make sure you do every single goal. So anybody want to jump on here with me? Okay, Gabby, jump on here with me. Let's talk about some of those goals. I love it. Who else? Mrs. Smith. Let's talk about some of your goals. You're interested in being a signing agent. Well, I do have a course. Just tap the link in my bio. But what I'd say is jump on YouTube, do some research. It's probably a good place to start. Okay, anybody else want to jump on with me here? Doesn't look like anyone else wants to jump on. Comment below with a goal that you have. Because remember, you got to hold yourself accountable. Here's what I'm going to say. Oh, I don't see your request to jump in. Okay, let me see Reagan. Let me see Reagan. Let's talk to you about what I'm excited about this. Who's up next? Reagan's going to come up with me. So excited. But remember, what up?
Hi, Mark. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Oh, man, amazing. I just want to thank you so much for the stuff that you're doing. Just taking the time out to help us reach our goals. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for trusting me. Like, honestly, I'm the one who's humble.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, you're going to trust me. So I love it.
Yes. So my biggest thing is I have your course. I've talked to you a couple of times. Again, I'm Reagan.
Okay.
So my biggest thing is I'm taking the course, but I'm listening to what you're saying. I don't want to rush through it completely. So what I'm stuck on right now is the terms, and there's a lot of terms. So I just want to get your advice. Am I doing the right thing by taking my time, making sure I know everything? Because I do want to start, as fast as I can, but I don't want to rush it and, go through the course and then just completely lost.
Yes. Well, first off, yes, the answer is you're doing it perfectly the way you should be. Here's my favorite quote. I think you students know, slow is a speed.
Okay.
Right. So don't think, what I also want to tell you too, Reagan, is, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 4. Right.
Okay.
A lot of new signing agents tend to get discouraged because they're like, well, oh my gosh, this person in the Facebook group said they just got the course a week ago and they're doing the first signing. What we don't know sometimes is that person posting, your husband could be a realtor or a wife could be an escrow officer.
Right.
Everyone's story is different. So what I want to make sure I'm coaching you on is don't get discouraged by other people's posts. Get inspired by them. Slow with speed. Only thing you're judging yourself on is what you did yesterday, not anybody else. So you're doing a great job. Stay the course. Yes, I think you're doing a perfect job of doing the definitions first, because it's going to make understanding the loan documents easier.
Exactly. And that's what I want to make sure. Yeah, I don't want to rush them. Okay,
So,
cool.
speaking
That's
of
what I need
goals,
to know.
yeah, so speaking of goals, here's what I would set a goal for. Is like
Okay.
memorizing 5 new definitions a day. Look, if you got to do the old school flashcards,
That's what I'm
old school
doing.
flashcards. You know what I mean? Like literally,
Yes.
have your like husband, daughter, wife, kid, mother, somebody be like, hey, quiz me on these 5 bad boys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then if you can get through 5, then 10, and then eventually you'll get them all down. What you're going to learn about the definitions is once you know a certain set of them, almost every single one else starts making more sense.
No, that's what's been happening to me. Like right now I'm on reverse mortgage. So as you go, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then it makes me think of when I want to buy a house, that makes completely sense because you have to do this. So yeah, that's what's happening to me right now. They're all kind of falling in place where it doesn't feel like I'm just studying to study. It's like, oh, it makes sense because you want to know it. And so no, it's definitely feeling like that. And I'm glad you said that. So that makes me feel good. It's just, like I said, I'm seeing people's posts and they're like, oh, I've gotten started. And I'm like, okay, I'm still taking the course.
Yeah.
So, it was a little discouraging at first, but I'm glad that you're saying, take it at your own pace.
Yeah. And because like I said, man, I mean, you don't know where people come. They could be a former loan officer, right?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, one of the worst things you can do is compare your journey. One of my favorite quotes is comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Okay.
I mean, you get a brand new car, don't compare your car to someone else's car.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. My car. You know what I mean? Like a little bit about me. I love Jeep Wranglers, right? I'm a big Jeep guy.
Oh, I love Jeep.
I love my Jeep, but then some guy's Jeep comes up and he has like bigger wheels and I was like a bigger winch. And I find myself falling in the same trap. But then I got to be like, Mark, your Jeep's amazing. It's cool. I'm happy for that dude in his Jeep. But my point is, I experienced the same thing. But all of our jobs is really to understand comparison's a thief of joy. Like when I see that other guy's truck, I don't want to think my Jeep's any less. And so I got back, Mark, my Jeep's amazing. This is perfect for me right now.
Right. It's all about you.
That's right. Comparison is the thief of joy. So just keep your head down, focus on you.
Okay.
The only thing you compare yourself to is what you did yesterday. Like if you're not any smarter today than you were yesterday, then you need to get on yourself. You're like, girl, I got to get back.
You're doing such an amazing job. I love, like I said, I haven't been to school in years. So just me refreshing like any type of studying, like I said, your course makes it easier to remember things, and I love it. So you're doing a great thing. I really appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you. So next week, jump back on. Tell me the definitions are going. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, girl?
Thank you so much.
Again. So good to see you. Bye.
You too.
All right. Okay. Who's up next? I got about 10 more minutes to jump on here. All right. So let me see. All right. I think we're going to get Big Jose. That's a good name, Big Jose. Shoot, I'm going to steal it. What's up? I'm Big Mark. I love it. I love it. Okay. So someone wrote a question. I read. Oh, Big Jose. What's up?
What's going on, Mark? How you doing?
I'm gonna start calling myself Big Mark. I like it. You know what I mean? I'm not that big, but I'm gonna go with it. It's a good name. What's up, brother?
How you doing? Hey, I just want to say it's an honor talking to you first and foremost. But second of all, it's my Monday goal is to finally get out there and do at least one signing. I haven't done one yet, but I've been very nervous about it.
Okay.
But that is my goal for this week at least.
I love it. So let's talk about that goal, okay? First thing I want to talk about though, man, is nerves. Nerves are good. Like if you weren't nervous, I think you're weird. I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
But 2 times new students are like, I'm nervous. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. Nerves actually means you're going to triple check your work 3 times.
Definitely.
Good thing. That's not a bad thing. So what I want to tell yourself is make sure you lean into the nerves. There's a second piece of coaching real quick before we get into how to get to your goal. Is your job, Jose, is to remember there's 2 different feelings. Because you're nervous, it doesn't mean that you're not prepared. Too often we feel nervous and that means, oh, I'm not ready. No. That's your job, Jose, is to be like, am I not ready or am I just scared of making a mistake? Because they're 2 different feelings. If you're scared to make a mistake, that doesn't mean you're not ready. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but if you feel like you're not ready, then jump back in the course. But if you just know it's just nerves, then you just got to say, I'm going in, dive into the deep end. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because remember, the only way to get good at something is to do that something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I hate to say this, but the truth of the matter is you'll never feel ready until you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can give you all the preparation. I can give you all the tools. But look, honestly, man, you're never going to feel ready, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
So you just got to dive in and get that first signing, okay? So whenever you get that first notification, I don't care how far it is or how little money it is, you just got to dive in that deep end and get work those nerves, or you can't get good until you do it. Couple things now real quick, man, is remember, when you get a notification from a signing service, don't be afraid to call them. You have a script, print that script out, keep it in your car, keep it in your back pocket. You get a notification, hit accept, call them up and be like, here's why you should give it to me, and just read that script. Remember, the signing service can't see that you're reading a piece of paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, and here's what I'll say too, man, is you're going to suck the first couple times you read the script. Again, but my point is you can't get good until you're brave enough to get through that learning curve.
Yeah, exactly.
So the more you say the script, the better comfortable you're going to feel when you're ready for that direct business. So, well, I want to make sure you're in all the databases that are in the course. So there's 7 or 8 of them. Then make sure you sign up for all 300 signing services. They'll list in the course. That will get your phone ringing, text messages. Then once you get the text messages, you're calling up and asking them, this is why you need to assign it to me. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So if you have not signed up for all 300 signing services in the course, make that part of your daily goals. Like, look, I'm going to bang out 25 a day, whatever number works in your schedule. The signing service list is in the mentorship and business coaching course player. It's not in the perfect signing. In the perfect signing is all the databases you should sign up with. Then you got to go to the other course player and sign up for all the signing services. Those 2 will get your phone ringing. Once they get ringing, it's your job to build a business. Don't try to win the lottery.
Yep, exactly.
Fair enough?
Fair enough. And also, there's a quick story that because both my wife and I are doing it together, and she wants to say a motivational
Monday motivational story.
Story herself.
Give it to me, girl.
I apologize because we were out in a walk. We're in beautiful Colorado right now.
No worries, man.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Hi.
So don't mind my hair. We're on a walk.
You look good, girl. You look good. Go on.
So we have a funny story. So he's talking about he needs to get his first signing in. You know, I've been prepping. We've been getting all of our office equipment, tabs, file folders, all kinds of stuff. So here's the funny story. So we were on Robin's her webinar.
Yeah.
Her little training. So we are. We're on the training. His phone rings. Jose's phone rings, and then it was from San Diego, California, and he was like, well, no, I'm not going to answer it. We're on this webinar. You know, we can't, that's rude. Right. Well, then my phone rings, the same number. And then we're like, wait, they must know us because we're married, and the same number's calling San Diego, California. And then I go answer it. It might be important, might be an emergency or something like that. So then he answers my phone and he says, hi, this is Jose. It was a signing service. And they said, I'm looking for Irene. Is this not, he goes, wait, I just called you. I'm calling to see if you guys want to do a signing in the little town next to you guys. Mm-hmm. And he goes, he got nervous and goes, oh, no, but my wife will take it. No, let me tell you, my heart. Yes, I did my first signing on Saturday. Yes. Woo! Why? Because my husband threw me under the bus and made me do it.
Girl, I'm so proud of you, though. Yes. How good does it feel to get your first out of the way?
Oh, my gosh. It felt so amazing to get out there. It felt like, I was official. I had my notary bag and everything. I've been watching videos for months now. But it was just so funny how I got my first signing. And I just hope people are motivated. Hey, if you can't get nobody to call you, have your husband answer your phone. Because he'll just push you into the deep end. No floaties.
Girl, I love it. Like I just told Jose, you can't get good at something until you do it. I'm proud of you for taking it. And then look, I'm going to end with this. You officially have a cash flowing business.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're going to definitely. I've shared that I took my first signing on Saturday on both the Colorado networking and also the 6-figure Facebook pages. But I just want it was honestly, it wasn't as hard as I made it out to be in my head. And I just felt so prepared, and I felt, with all the things, mind you, we're almost to the test on your course. And I was like, I'm not ready. But you know what? You are ready. And you just got to get out of your own head. You got to get out of your own head.
Just got to read the fine prints, how you said it.
Yep.
Just read.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. People overthink. I'm glad you inspired all the new signing agents.
Yes.
Because you're right. Sometimes new signing agents overthink what they're going to do. You're like, wow, that really was just like the course. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so,
yeah. I really, I maybe fumbled maybe once, and then I just said, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. That's not what that one means. This is what that means. And
that's
the guy
right.
was an old-time realtor way back in the days, and they even commented, and I said, thank you for sharing your home. Your home is beautiful. Just commenting on their home, and they told me, they said, you know what? Thank you for being so prepared, so organized, and very professional. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You guys are going to be the next Eric and Taffy Wagner. I think you know who they are, a power couple in Colorado. But look, keep doing it. Jose, you got this, brother. Keep believing in yourselves. Yeah, look, don't discount all the training. Don't discount the time. You guys are ready for the big leagues. I'm rooting for both of you. Keep me updated, okay? All right, later. Bye. All right, I got time for one more person to jump on. Who wants to jump on? Let's try Moni. Let's see, Moni, if she's there. Welcome if you're getting on here for the first time. This is Goal Setting Monday with the loan signing system, where I try to help you stay accountable to your goals, help you stay accountable, and actually maybe create goals if you're not creating goals. Every single one of you should be creating goals that you are hitting. Your goal in business is to stack small wins. The more small wins you stack, the bigger your goal that you want to accomplish becomes. So start with little daily goals. That equals weekly goals, which will equal monthly goals, and you will build a business. Okay, so it doesn't look like Moni's available. Let's see who else is available right now. Let's see if let me see if Vina's available. Okay, boom. So excited. But yeah, so remember, you want to stack your wins. That's the key. The key is stacking wins. Okay, looks like someone else wants to join in. Let's see right here, Miss Darcy, I think it is. All right, remember, welcome to Setting Goals Monday with the loan signing system, where I help you stay accountable to all your goals. I'm trying to get Marcy on or Darcy on right now to help her with her goals. But if you were going through have any goals, just comment below. Comment below. Hold yourself accountable. Come back the next week here with me and make that I hold myself accountable to these goals. That's what you should always be asking yourself. Too many signing agents fly through the week without setting any goals. If something can't be measured, then something can't be reached. You gotta have measurable items, something that you can hold yourself accountable to, something that's tangible that you can help. And that really is the difference between a slow signing agent and a successful signing agent. All right, looks like Darcy is not coming on. I got time for one more person. Let's see if I can jump one more person on real quick. Let me see. If not, I'm going to wrap up. Darcy, I just tried to get you on live with me. Let's try that one last time, Darcy. All right. Let me see. So, Darcy, I just requested you below.
That's me.
Oh, what's up? What's up? There we go. How are you?
Hey, how is everyone?
Hey, what's going on? Talk to me. The floor is yours. Let's talk about some goals.
I got a notification of you going live. I'm sitting in a cafe right now. Me and my daughter, we're sitting here working and marketing Mondays, of course. So I'm out and about. Look.
Woo!
Passing out flyers.
Look at that, everybody. I love it.
Passing out flyers and business cards, and it must have been like you getting live right as I'm sitting down working on my computer doing some more. Like I'm about to send out emails to title companies.
I love it. Okay, let me give you a little bit of tips. Let me give you some tips on those emails real quick, and then I also want to kind of set some goals with you guys, with both you lovely ladies. First off, I love the mother-daughter power duo. Okay, remember this. When you are sending your emails, it should just be a condensed version of the script. So you don't need to overthink it. Remember what I teach you guys. Your goal is to communicate to professionals you can solve their problems. Marketing is about one thing. Marketing is identifying what someone's weak at or what their pain points are, and you can overcome those pain points. That's the script. So you shouldn't have a writer's block on what to say. It should just say, look, if you're having problems with X, Y, Z, I don't want to give away the script, obviously, but if you're having problems with X, Y, Z, know that we can solve X, Y, Z, right? Does that make sense? So your email should not just be, oh, hi, I'm Darcy, I'm available this week. It should be, hey, I'm Darcy, and I know you might be running into these scenarios, blah, 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 the script, by the way. And, you know, since if you're frustrated about blah, 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 which is the script, I want to help you overcome those. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
So your emails is just identifying what their problems are and then how you can overcome them. So your email should be a written conversation of like, look, are you having these problems? If you are, this is how we solve them. Does that make sense? And that's just a condensed version of the script. So as you guys are banging out these emails, you know, you can almost just write one email and then just kind of cut and paste the names to whoever. And then remember, I'm going to end with this, is your email should be followed up with a face-to-face. So don't forget to go in. And the question is, Mark, what do I say in the face-to-face? The exact same thing your email says. So don't overthink what conversation needs to happen. It's like, hey, I sent you an email last week. I'm Darcy, face with the name. Look, if you're having these problems, the script, I can overcome them, the script. And then it's just rinse and repeat at that moment, right? And when I gave some coaching earlier on this live is, remember, fortune is in the follow-up, right? So sometimes you and your daughter may need to go in every week, right? And so just consistently follow up. Don't pretend like everyone's going to buy you the moment you say something. That's not how it works, right? It's like, you know, those glasses you're wearing on your face, you probably looked at a couple of them before you bought them. It's just what we do as a purchase behavior. So sometimes new signing agents is discouraged, like, well, how come they didn't buy me? And I'm like, well, because you didn't buy your car the first time you saw them. You know what I mean? So fortune's in the follow-up. Use the script. Don't overthink what you need to do. Identify what the pain points in. Identify how you solve them, which is the script. Take 2 or 3 points, make it yours, and go get it, ladies.
And I already told them I am always available. I am around.
I love it. I love it. Exactly. So just communicate that.
I took that leap of faith. I took a leap of faith and I left my job the beginning of April. So
well, it's amazing what we do, what we can accomplish when our backs are against the wall, right? It's amazing what we can accomplish when there's no plan B. So here's what I want you to do, okay? Here are the goals for this week. I don't want you to substitute busy work with marketing work. Sometimes as new signing agents, we get so overwhelmed or we take up too much of our time making the flyers and perfecting them. Just make your flyer. Don't overthink it, because the real benefit is in the doing, not the writing. So I want you to take the rest of this morning, tighten up those flyers or emails. Don't overthink it, and then you need to execute. Okay? Because sometimes what we do as new business owners is we almost love the busy work because it prevents us from doing the real work. But we don't feel guilty because we're doing so much busy work, but we're really not building a business. So don't allow the busy work to really supplement the real work. You know what to say. I tell you what to say. Rinse and repeat. And I'm rooting for both of you so much. And you know this. All right. All right. Well, go get them. Follow up on Monday with me. Let me know how you crush it, okay?
I sure will.
All right. Go get them. Go have a great week. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, that's been an hour with me on Goal Setting Mondays with the loan signing system. Remember, an idea without an actionable plan is just a dream. So I appreciate you guys taking so much time for just taking an hour with me. I'll do this every single Monday. You're amazing. I'm out of here. If you're a six-figure student, I'll see you inside the Facebook group. Oh, real quick, we have a live marketing training this Thursday with the six-figure signing students. So you get free access to that if you're a six-figure student. It's this Thursday. You guys are amazing. I'm out of here. Be blessed. Bye, everybody.